Hello guys, how are you? Hope you're doing fine. Once again, Msaumahi right here. I welcome everyone. If it's your first time to visit my YouTube channel, check down there is a word subscribe. Click on it and click the bell for any notification of any videos I will be uploading. For today, I've come to share a little about malnutrition with you, where malnutrition is a common condition here in Uganda, because I base in Uganda. So we shall go with first of all, we shall define malnutrition. Malnutrition. Okay, before we go with malnutrition, you should know malnutrition. We should know the opposite of it, which is malnutrition is an unhealthy condition, whereby to be healthy you have to be well nourished, and to be well nourished meaning you have to have all the kind of foods, all the kind of nutrients, most of them in their right proportions and quantity. So malnutrition, in simple terms, I will bring it to you as a condition in which nutrition is defected, both in quantity and quality. So if you don't have the nutrients in both in their quantity and quality, you're highly predisposed to this condition we are talking about as malnutrition. And another thing, we shall go to what we call the causes. The causes of malnutrition. I will first bring about, most of you are good at taking alcohol, but alcoholism is not good, as in the more you take in the alcohol, bear me witness, you're going to lose the appetite of eating food, and which in the food we eat is where we get the nutrients that will sustain our body, and we are well nourished. So, and another thing, in the alcohol, you see, we take, there are calories, whereby if someone has the calories in the body, you won't feel hungry, that the body will demand for food, the food you will eat, and the food is having the nutrients for your body to be sustained in a healthy world. So it's not good to be addicted to alcohol. Another cause I will talk about is what we call the mental illnesses or mental disorders. Here we come to know that the mental disorders, most of them also bring about a low appetite, or totally someone cannot have appetite to have food in their body. So some of these mental illnesses I will talk about is dementia, delirium, we have mania, we have schizophrenia. Then we shall talk about digestive and stomach disorders or stomach illnesses, diseases, whatsoever case you may call them. And under this digestive, here we come to know that the digestive system plays a high or the most role in our body, that when your digestive system is okay, we shall find that every food you take in, the nutrients we gain in that the food you've taken, we shall have a healthy living. So, and the other way around, if your digestive system is not okay, however much you will eat, the exact, both in quantity and quality, the exact nutrients your body requires, you will not be fine. The body won't be able to absorb the food, that the nutrients are taken to whatsoever part of the body for you to be healthy. And such diseases or illnesses, we have what we call persistent diarrhea, meaning whatever you will take in will be brought out through your anus. And another thing we have is what we call persistent vomiting. And persistent vomiting meaning also whatever you take in, you bring it out orally. Then we shall have what we call anorexia nervosa. We shall have what we call gastritis and gastroenteritis. These are infections of the gut, our digestive system. We shall talk about the signs and symptoms. How can you get to know that I'm not properly nourished? We shall have what we call the visual illnesses or bloody vision. Your eyes will pain, such meaning you're lacking a certain nutrient in your body. Then we shall have what we call muscle wasting. You know, muscle wasting, you'll have some funny skin, which is not good. That's also a sign of malnutrition. We shall have what we call brown and slick hair. That hair is funny and it's little on your head. It looks funny, brown and slick, glittering sort. We shall have what we call irritability. You feel uncomfortable, you're restless. You're seated, you're like, I'm not comfortable, you don't understand yourself. You will even start isolating yourself because you're uncomfortable. Then we shall have what we call a low rate of wound healing. If you get even a small wound, it will heal at a slow pace. Then we shall have the predisposing factors. We have causes and we have predisposing factors to this condition we are calling malnutrition. The predisposing factors, we shall have what we call poverty. Obvious case, when you're poor, you will be in lack of money that you can't have or you can't afford to buy most of the food for your body to be in good terms or in good conditions. We shall have what we call cultural beliefs. This thing is mostly in Uganda, whereby the heads of the family long ago, and some these days deep in the village, if the father as the head of the family brings chicken at home, you'll find the lady is just to cook. The only thing you will benefit from it is you to taste the salt, that your husband won't have a lot of salt in the sauce, but the rest of the meat, whereby the nutrients are there, are going to be consumed by the head of the family, so you'll end up missing that nutrient. Then we shall talk about what we call ignorance. Ignorance is lack of knowledge about what you're supposed to have. When you lack the knowledge about nutrition, you'll not know that per now I'm missing what I'm eating this food. I have to have the proteins, the carbohydrates, the starch, the fats in their good ranges for I to be well nourished. That's all what we call ignorance about nutrition. Then we shall have what we call infection. Most of the infections, when they invade our bodies, we end up losing appetite. This thing is almost losing appetite. The intake is low, that we tend to avoid most of the foods. Another cause is lifestyle. This is mostly with these people who are not married. You don't have time to cook various foods. You will end up going for certain specific foods that are faster for you. The slow queens, they end up taking only chips, chicken every day. It's the breakfast, it's the lunch, it's the supper. They think it's good, they are just bragging around, but mind you, your health is in danger. Then we shall go to what we call some of the diseases caused by some deficiency. When I talk about some deficiency, meaning you are missing some of the nutrients in your body, we shall have what we call rickets, lack of vitamin D. We shall have scurvy, lack of vitamin C. We shall have visual illnesses. Visual illnesses as in your eyes won't be able to have a clear focus. That's brought about with deficiency in vitamin A. Then we shall have total deficiency, serious deficiency, diseases with serious deficiency. We shall have kwashiorkor, we shall have marasmus. Then how to prevent finally. How can you prevent? Mostly, you have to, it's all about good feeding. You have to go eat the little food, get the rice, get the meat, get the posho, we shall get the fruits. In a day, at least have a balanced thing. You have to treat the infections before they reach their late stages. You have to avoid this. People should learn about nutrition out there. Go attend, get some books, go to internet. We are in a digital world that you can go to internet, put nutrition. How can my body be well nourished? Have the knowledge to avoid the ignorance. Then we shall have another thing, avoid the things of the lifestyle. That's also ignorance, by the way.